Hi, today I'm talking to you from Rendlesham Forest in Suffolk in England. This is very close to where I grew up, and you may have heard of Rendlesham Forest as there was probably the most famous UFO incident in British history happened in this place. But the reason why I'm talking to you here today is to talk about the Trecena of Kej, which is our connection with nature, our connection with the natural world, our connection with the wilderness. Now, this isn't quite a wilderness, it's all managed forestry land, but there's a lot of nature in here, there's a lot of diversity in here. And this is a great example of a place to come to connect with nature, a place to come to connect with the Kej Nawal, with the Kej spirit. A place where you can just take yourself out, get yourself away from the traffic, from the noise, from the light pollution, from all those external factors, and go out and connect with the natural world for a while. Go out and take a walk. There's a lot of people out here today with their dogs and whatever they're doing, their Saturday morning recreational activities. So there's a bit of background noise, but really there's a sense of peace and stillness that you get through being in nature, that you get through being out in the forest. That's what I wanted to capture today. So, the Trecena of Kej begins on quite an interesting day, because the Trecena of Kej also begins on a new moon. It begins on the day when Venus will reach its greatest western elongation as well. That's when Venus will reach its greatest altitude in the morning sky. Would be another way of putting it that's maybe a bit more understandable. Okay, so we have Venus as the light bringer, getting to its greatest height, getting to its maximum intensity, showing its greatest light in a way, bringing the sun. We also have the new moon, a new cycle starting. We also have one Kej, another new cycle starting. So it's kind of like one layer on top of another happening. So this is a great day for beginning new stuff. This is a great day for illuminating the new stuff. And in particular, this is a great day for reconnecting with nature. Now, as you can tell, reconnecting with nature here in England at this time of year is a little bit different to reconnecting with nature in Guatemala at this time of year. I'm dressed a little differently for a start. But there's something really important about it. We should all be getting out and doing more in nature, because that's really where we get to know ourselves. That's where our strength comes from. That's where the spiritual leader, which is represented by Kej, wakes up. Because we go out into our natural environment, we remember that we're a part of this natural environment. And that this natural environment is what feeds us in one way or another. What brings us our strength, what brings us our ideas. So of course, I would say if we're looking at this elongation of Venus, we're looking at the maximum light, which is gained by reconnecting with nature today. So, on this day, one Kej, at the beginning of this Trecena, that would certainly be something to do. Get out in nature, go and reconnect. And maybe you haven't been out into the forest for a while. Maybe it's been too cold or too wet or whatever. It's a great day to get out there and reaffirm your connection. Go and connect with the trees, go and connect with the wilderness, go and connect with the animals of the forest. And remember what that connection feels like. Get grounded again. The following day, to Anil. Well, this is a very interesting day, because we have Anil being the ripener with this low number of 2, a number which can represent self-sacrifice, a number which can represent relationships. And one of the things that I really see with it is about, this is really a great day for spending time with the people who are important in your life. Anil can be very, very joyful. It can be about having fun, and the 2 can be about sacrifice. So, okay, it might be sacrificing some fun, that's one way of looking at it, but it's also that time, taking out the time to make some joyful time with the ones you love. I think that's a really important essence of the day. Bring that light into their life. Bring that light, sacrifice a bit of your time in order to strengthen your relationships. We then move into 3 toch. Now, I know that I'm usually fairly, I say some things about the 3 that not everybody agrees with, but I think it's really about looking inside of yourself. So it's interesting because we always have toch falling after anil. We always have payment coming after receiving of abundance. And here we see 3 toch coming after tu anil. So tu anil, when I was talking about sharing time with those that we love, make a little sacrifice with those that we love to strengthen our relationships. And then 3 toch is about looking after ourselves a little bit, because we have payment toch. And then the 3, which is internal, this is kind of like within the home, within the body. So this could very much be seen as taking some time for yourself, making some payment for yourself. You've given out some energy, now it's time to recuperate. So 3 toch is a great day to be just maybe in your place, whatever place that might be, within your home, and taking that time for yourself to nourish and care for yourself, making the sacrifice, making the offering to the self, the offering within. It's a bit of time to serve yourself. Toch is very much about service, and here it's kind of like looking for that service within and within the home as well. We then move into 4 zi. Well, we have zi representing faith and loyalty, zi representing the law, zi representing guidance, and here it's about putting it into the physical world, putting it into the material plane. And so what we really have there is something which is very, very down to earth. This is a great day for getting any kind of legal matters sorted out. It's a great day for really looking into the fine material detail of those kind of things. And it's also a day for looking for faith in the material things, for that stability that comes from the faith that you build in them. Okay, so it's kind of like having faith in the material world. Having faith in all of this, I guess, would be one way of looking at it during the Trecena of Kej. After 4 zi comes 5 bats. Now, this is a really, really interesting day, I think, because we've had these days where we're kind of like setting things up, and then we go into 5 bats. So 5 bats, bats the weaver, bats the creator, bats the gestator, and bats the beautifier, coming in with 5 representing the hand, representing the work that comes in. So this is a real day to be getting out there and doing some physical work on what you want to do to beautify the world. Getting some physical work into your creative process, however that might work. So 5 bats is a really, really good day for any of those kind of activities where you're creating something beautiful, where you're creating your art and you need to put some effort into it. Now, it also could say that, like, without the effort it might not fly. It might be a little bit of hard work getting things going. But generally what we see is that when we have the 5 days are all about putting in the effort, which will come back to you multiplied at a later date. So if you've got a creative project, then 5 bats is a great day to really get set, really get working on it. 5 bats is followed by 6 air. 6 air is the 6, which is the material plane with heaven and earth coming into it, and air, which is the journey, which is the road. So this is a day when you might find that you have a really, really good day to be taking a journey. And that journey is not just part of the material journey, it has a little bit extra added into it. It has that sparkle coming from either the divine masculine or the divine feminine, or both, from heaven and earth coming into your journey. So it's kind of like saying it's a great day to make a physical journey, but that physical journey will be empowered by the divine as well. So there's more to physical journeys that you take on 6 than would normally happen. So it's a great day for travel. That would really be the one to choose. If you need to make a journey during the next 13 days, 6 would be the one to choose. 6 is followed by 7 ach. So ach, the harmony in the home, and 7, reaching the top of the pyramid, reaching the middle of the Trecena, being able to see all around. So Ach is known for its ability to bring harmony. It's the authority of the elders, for want of better words, the authority of the benevolent fathers. And we have the 7. Well, 7 is being able to see in all directions. So 7 Ach is a great day for mediation. It's a great day to be able to see all points of view and use the combination of those points of view to bring harmony into your community, into your society, into your home perhaps. So it's a great day for that. It's also a day of choices, and it's about making the choices which bring harmony into your place. Perhaps this is a part of the Kej Trecena, where we're looking at connecting with nature, connecting with the wilderness, connecting with the natural world, and using that to guide our decisions which bring harmony into our community, which bring harmony into our home. After 7 Ach, we then go into the ceremonial day of 8 Ish. Now, I find it's a very, very interesting interplay between Ish and Kej. We're in the Kej Trecena. The ceremonial day is Ish. We were in the Ish Trecena, which then leads into the Kej Trecena. Ish being the spirit of Mother Earth, and Kej being the power of nature. It's like Ish is then evolved. We've got the spirit of Mother Earth, which we could consider to be intangible, evolving into the physical form, which is the wilderness, which is the natural world. And so in this Trecena of Kej, we have the ceremony for Mother Earth right in the middle of it, on 8 Ish. So this is a great day to make your offerings for the natural altars and shrines, for Mother Earth herself. This is a great day to be doing stuff for Mother Earth. I mean, when I say making offerings, okay, well, we can be making ceremony, or we could be going out and looking after Mother Earth in a much more direct manner. And it's also a day to recognize the magician within yourself, the magical being that dwells within you, that part of your connection with the spirit of Mother Earth, which you might find through your connection with nature. After 8 Ish, we then go into 9 Zikin. So once again, this is a wonderful, wonderful day. Zikin is about prosperity, and really when we're talking about prosperity, we're not thinking about bank balances. That might be part of it, but the most important thing to think about is that everything has to thrive in order for us to truly prosper. So, for humans to have true prosperity, nature has to have true prosperity. If we want to thrive, nature has to thrive. We can't thrive without nature. It's just a short-term solution. So once again, it takes us back to this connection with nature. It takes us back to this connection with the natural world. And when we see 9 Zikin, well, the 9 can be about the divine feminine. Once again, the connection with Mother Earth. It can also be about life. It's the number of life. And Zikin is about the vision. So 9 Zikin is a day to find your life vision, which is a fairly important day, as you can imagine. It's also a day to connect that vision, to bring life. When we talk about the vision for prosperity, it's like about trying to get life to prosper, helping life to prosper. Okay, so 9 Zikin, a very powerful day, a very interesting day, and really kind of use your vision on that day. See what it can bring into your life and see how you can sustain and support the life around you. After 9 Zikin, we're going to go into 10 Achmach. So Achmach being the forgiveness, and 10 being the community, the society. So this might be a day where we go out and we ask forgiveness of our community. Maybe there's something we need to address within that. But it's also about getting our community to come together and maybe asking for the forgiveness of Mother Nature or Mother Earth. Achmach is about setting things right. When we talk about achmach being forgiveness, and sometimes that can sound like, oh right, crikey, I've got to look at all the things that I've done wrong, guilt and all that kind of stuff. Well, yes, there's that aspect of it, but there's a much more important and interesting aspect of it. It's like about how do you make life really sweet? You go out and you repair what you've done. You go out and work on stuff. And so with ten achmach, what we could imagine in this Kej Trecena is about getting people together and say, right, okay, let's go and repair some of the damage that humans have caused to this environment. Let's go and start putting it right so we can get back into our harmony with our wilderness. After 10 achmach, we'll then go into 11 noch. So this might be a kind of interesting day, but it might be a little bit all over the place, with the 11 going off in many, many different directions, pulling in many things from many different directions as well. And noch representing the brain. Well, really, I suppose I should be touching this side of the head, because I feel that noch really represents the left brain, the right hand, the logical thinking part of the brain. And the 11 being all of these ideas that you're calling in from many places. So again, when we take it from the perspective of the Kej Trecena, what we're looking to do is call in all of those ideas, all of those things that we've learned, in order to bring them into one idea, a new idea, with which we can help to engage with the wilderness, with which we can help nature to flourish, to thrive. From 11 noch, we're then going to go into 12 tihash. And 12 tihash has this idea about it. 12 being the combination of all of life's experience. 12 is like writing the book. It's like writing down all of your life's experiences, bringing them all into one place. It's bundling it together in one way or another. And so it's bringing together all of your life's experiences about how you cut through stuff in order to bring healing. So it's cutting away the falsehood, it's cutting away the things which are out of balance in order to bring health, in order to bring unity, in order to bring healing. So once again, this might be a great day for kind of like cutting through the things which are restricting you or holding you back, in order to connect with the nature, in order to cut away, well, that doesn't really work, let's try this because we knew that this worked in the past. So it's again going through all of those life experiences and seeing what you can use to bring healing where it's required, to bring healing to your local wilderness. And then finally, we're going to end up in 13 kawok, or shlahu kawok. And 13 kawok is going to be a day where we have the power of the spirit world, the power of the ancestors, who are assisting in the new birth, who are assisting in taking it through, bringing the new life out into the world. So 13 Kawok, of course, is going to be a vastly powerful day. The 13 days are always powerful. They're great days for getting in touch with the ancestors, using ancestral wisdom, ancestral knowledge in one way or another. And Kawok is about the rain, it's about the storm, it's about that which washes away the things which no longer fit. Okay, so at the end of this Kej Trecena, at the end of this Trecena, which is all about strengthening and connecting and this kind of thing, we have Kawok coming and washing away the debris to allow the new growth to appear, because the day after we'll then go into Hunachpu, which is the return of Hunachpu. So we see a beautiful sequence within both the mythology of the Popol Vuh and within the Trecena and within the sequence of evolution and our own spiritual sequence within these Trecenas. So 13 Kawok is really kind of like you cut it off with Tihash. You've like used your life experience to really cut away that which doesn't serve. Then 13 Kawok allows the understanding of the ancestors to come along and heal what needs healing and wash away anything that's in the path that stops your progress towards the divine, which is Hunachpu. Okay, so there we go. There's the Trecena of Kej. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in 13 days' time.